Gambling has changed. It used to be that if you wanted to lose your paycheck, you had to physically travel to Las Vegas. You had to book a flight, find a hotel, walk into a building with no clocks, and voluntarily sit beneath lighting normally used to interrogate seafood. Today, the casino lives inside your phone. It sleeps beside you, connects directly to your bank account, and sends notifications whenever your money appears emotionally stable. You can bet on who wins the game, the first score, the next pitch, the opening coin toss, or combine all four into a parlay that requires divine intervention and one very specific hamstring. And it is not only sports anymore. You can gamble on elections, world events, video game items, meme coins, stock options, and whether a politician says inflation 50 times before lunch. We have successfully turned reality into one enormous betting menu. The only thing missing is a market predicting when your landlord will raise the rent. Actually, give them a week. So, how did gambling escape the casino and spread into sports, games, finance, shopping, entertainment, and apparently every device with a battery? The first reason is that Silicon Valley discovered gambling mechanics are fantastic for engagement. Uncertain rewards keep people coming back because the next attempt might be different. Online stores added prize wheels. Video games added loot boxes. Social media gave us endless scrolling, where 99 boring posts are followed by one video that permanently alters your brain chemistry. This works because unpredictable rewards are powerful. You keep checking because something good might appear. Basically, your brain becomes a raccoon, inspecting the same dumpster because one time it found half a burrito. Loot boxes use the same idea. You pay before knowing what you will receive. Maybe it is rare. Maybe it is worthless. Maybe it is the same hat you already own. But now the blue is called Midnight Glacier. For adults, this can already become expensive. For children, it can teach the emotional rhythm of gambling before they understand what gambling is. The company does not need every player to develop a serious problem. It only needs millions of people to buy one extra box. At scale, one small impulse becomes a very large executive bonus. The second major change was sports betting, moving directly onto phones. The distance between watching a game and risking money on it became approximately one thumb. Sportsbooks no longer need you to wait until the game ends. Now you can bet on the next basket, the next drive, the next pitch, and whatever happens during the next 30 seconds. This is micro betting. It gives sports betting the speed of a slot machine, because apparently watching professional athletes was not stimulating enough without attaching your grocery budget to every possession. Then come the introductory offers. Bet $5. Receive bonus bets. Get your first loss refunded. Enjoy what appears to be free money, wearing extremely tiny legal text. Casinos do not offer free bets because they believe in your potential. They want the first bet to feel harmless. Once you place the first one, the second one feels less like gambling and more like checking an app. Imagine a cigarette company saying, "Buy one pack and we will give you 50 more to get started." Everyone would recognize that as insane. Put the same offer beside a football game and suddenly a celebrity is yelling about value. The business model becomes even stranger when you look at who the sportsbooks actually want. Customers who lose consistently may receive promotions and VIP treatment. Customers who win too consistently may see their betting limits reduced. The advertisement shows the brilliant underdog who beats the system. The actual company prefers a customer who loses slowly, quietly, and automatically. At the same time, investing began adopting the same design language. Traditional investing is supposed to be boring. You buy productive assets, hold them, and give them time to grow. Unfortunately, please wait 30 years does not generate many exciting notifications. So trading apps introduced confetti, flashing alerts, instant options, leaderboards, and enough colorful charts to make patience feel medically concerning. The experience started looking less like wealth building and more like a casino where everyone wears a quarter zip and says liquidity without being asked. Options can be legitimate financial tools, but zero-day options let people wager on what happens to one stock before the market closes. It is roulette with an earnings call and slightly better vocabulary. Meme stocks pushed things further. Instead of asking what a company earns or produces, people began trading attention, jokes, and vibes. The research department became a group chat with rocket emojis. Then came meme coins. Anyone can create one in minutes, add a picture of an animal, and wait for strangers to develop a financial attachment to it. The coin may own nothing, it may produce nothing. Its entire value may depend on finding somebody even more optimistic than you. And every time the coin changes hands, the platform collects fees. So while the traders fight over who gets trapped at the top, the platform quietly purchases another office plant worth more than your car. Prediction markets apply the same system to real-world events, elections, interest rate decisions, political speeches, wars, public appearances. Supporters argue that market prices can reveal what people collectively believe will happen. That may sometimes be useful, but it also creates fantasy football for international affairs. A major news event becomes a tradable contract. Someone's outfit becomes a market, and your news app begins behaving like it wants access to your checking account. None of this becomes mainstream without advertising. Betting companies appear during games, podcasts, live streams, comedy shows, and almost every piece of media popular with young men. The advertisements show winners screaming, friends celebrating, and cash arriving instantly. They do not show Ryan at 1 in the morning, trying to win back the money he lost, betting on preseason basketball. Celebrities make the product feel trustworthy. You recognize the athlete, musician, comedian, or podcaster. The company rents that trust and attaches it to a promo code. The celebrity gets paid whether you win or lose. You receive a more performance-based compensation package. For many people, gambling remains occasional entertainment. They set a limit, accept the cost, and stop. The real danger begins when the stopping points disappear. Online gambling never closes. There is no drive home, no casino exit, no moment where the cold night air reminds you that perhaps blackjack should not be part of the emergency plan. When betting becomes frequent, the money often comes from somewhere else. Savings, investments, debt payments, or rent money wearing sunglasses and pretending to be entertainment spending. Then comes chasing losses. After losing money, the next bet no longer feels optional. It feels like the only way to undo the previous mistake. But the odds do not improve because you urgently need them to. The machine does not unlock a sympathy setting because tomorrow is rent day. Problem gambling can damage savings, relationships, employment, housing, and mental health. At that point, it is not about intelligence or knowing the odds. Addiction can overpower information the person already understands. So why does it continue spreading? Because gambling is extremely profitable for the people operating, advertising, promoting, taxing, and investing in it. The customer hopes to make money. Almost everyone else has already negotiated how much they will receive. That is why warnings struggle to compete. On one side is a responsible finance message telling you to save consistently. On the other side are billions of dollars, famous people, free bets, flashing lights, and a push notification sent during your weakest Tuesday. The industry does not need to prove gambling improves your life. It only needs to make the product exciting enough that you return before remembering the last result. Gambling is no longer a destination, it is a feature. It has been added to sports, games, finance, shopping, entertainment, and even the news. The smartest defense is recognizing what the product actually is. Investing means owning productive assets for long-term growth. Betting means risking money on a short-term, uncertain outcome. A product does not become investing because the app uses dark mode and shows a professional-looking chart. And a wager does not stop being gambling because someone calls it a prediction market. Before risking your money, remove the lights, bonuses, notifications, and excitement. Then ask whether the decision still makes financial sense, because the casino's greatest achievement was not moving from Las Vegas into your phone. It was convincing you the casino was no longer a casino. Subscribe to Wealth Files for more funny, realistic videos about money, investing, business, and the systems competing for your paycheck. Your money does not need more excitement. It needs fewer apps trying to eat it.